Hello everybody. Christine Lease here. I am super excited to be here today and talk about a subject that I know is that's reality and that happens to a lot of people when they make this transition into clean eating. Now, I know it's been a little while since I've been on. I feel like it's been a really long time with the new year and things like that. So I'm so excited to be back in 2017 and to be here with my Facebook Lives to be able to support you guys in your health goals, hopefully, and as well as embracing the real food lifestyle, which I very much advocate, as you guys know. You guys know this. You're my people. So I'm super excited. I'm trying a different time today just because, why not? I'm just trying a different time. Different location, a little more light. In the winter time, all the sun is in the front of my house and not in the back of the house, in the kitchen. So it's kind of dark in the kitchen. So I'm coming where the light is. So as you guys hop on, just say hi. Happy 2017. I'd love to see that you're here and welcome you. I've got my computer over here too so that I can make sure that I am seeing your guys' questions, because on the feed it doesn't always necessarily hop on for me. So I'm going to make sure that I'm on here and it's going to give me the real food lifestyle. Anyway, so I'm hoping I'll be able to see the comments live. We'll see how that works for you. So hi, Lisa. Oh, my friend. Hi, Lindsay and Lisa. Oh, I'm so excited for you to be here today. Oh, I miss my friend Lisa. Hello. Hello. So I am talking to you guys about this came to my mind. I eat fairly clean, but when 2017 started with the holidays, it was a little bit more sweet going on in my life and a little bit more junk going on in my life than I personally normally do. So in January, I do tend to just kind of squash things a little bit, and so do a lot of you. You kind of decide, all right, I'm not going to do the sugar. I want to eat more clean foods. Which is amazing and awesome. We love that. We love that reset of our body. Hi, Lisa. We need it, and our body craves it, actually, to be honest. It's kind of that time where we need to just kind of reset everything and get back on track. And some of you, this is the very first time you've ever really done something like that. So I want to be here to support you because I had a friend reach out to me that I've worked with on and off, and as far as coaching goes, that started eating clean, but she's like, golly, I am just hungry. I'm really hungry and I'm struggling with that. I'm hungry and I'm kind of tired sometimes too. So why is that? So through the conversation, and I've heard this from other people, and I've experienced that myself, where you feel more tired and you feel more hungry during this time of kind of cleansing your body and cutting out some of the crappy foods that we were eating and extra alcohol, extra sugar, extra coffee, just to get through the holidays, right? So it is a reality, and there are ways, though, you guys, to be able to glide through this without a terrible amount of suffering, okay? So I want to give you guys a few tips, all right? So the number one tip, and actually the very first thing I asked, and I ask people when they ask me this question is, are you eating fat? The reason I say that is when you're cutting out sugar, your body just goes into like, what's going on? Oh my gosh, feed me more sugar. It's an addictive substance. It's what it is. So you have to find a different substance to replace that. And sugar and protein are two of those, but not sugar. Fat and protein are two of those things that actually work quite well when you're really, especially detoxing from sugar, adding the extra fat in. And I know a lot of people get like a really like, oh, I don't know, what if I gain weight? All that kind of thing. But I'm telling you, if you start adding a little bit more fat into your meals and even in between, it will make a huge difference. I'll give you an example. One of the things that I've been craving sugar, just like a little bit of something, sometimes you just crave it. Your body naturally does want sweet. We have taste buds on our tongue, and salty, sweet, sour, and something else. I can't think of the other one. What are they? What are salty, sweet, sour, bitter. Bitter. There's one more though, I think. I thought there was 5. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. If you guys know, you guys tell me, because I want to know. Anyway, salty, sweet, bitter, sour. Anyway, so our body does crave sweet. So actually, one of my tricks, I have one that I always go to, and that is a handful of cashews. Cashews tend to be a little bit of a sweeter nut. And I think pistachios is another one that is pretty, kind of has a sweeter way to it. And it is absolutely awesome. Just grab a handful whenever I'm feeling that sugar, like I really, really want to have sugar, I grab that. And guess what, you guys? That's a healthy fat. All right. Now, when I say fat and adding fat, I don't mean to, eat a stick of butter. No, I don't mean to do that. I just mean that within your meal, you want to make sure that you're having a good healthy fat that you've cooked it in, either whether it's a salad dressing or whether you cooked it a meat. You need to make sure, or a vegetable even, you want to make sure it is cooked with a good healthy fat, whether that's you guys know my oils, coconut oil, avocado oil, both are very good acceptable oils. And also, during this time, go ahead and add a little bit of butter to it. It's going to give you a satisfyingness that you need right now when you're kind of moving into this clean eating. And it is clean eating to eat those oils. Good grass-fed butter, avocado oil, and coconut oil. All very, very acceptable, low processed, very high quality fats that your body needs. Okay, monosaturated, polysaturated, and saturated fats. Those are the 3, you need them. Okay, and so we need to eat our fat. Like I said though, guys, I'm not telling you to sit there and eat a stick of butter or whatever, but I know people who, if they're really just craving food and they just ate, or they don't feel, or they're hungry, they take a spoonful of coconut oil. I don't do that because I don't like it that much. I mean, I like coconut oil and stuff, but I don't necessarily eat it by the spoonful, people. No. But you can. People do. Make a smoothie with it and add your fat to the smoothie. Put a scoop of coconut oil in the smoothie or an avocado in the smoothie. You need to have your fat. Okay? So you got the fat on the facts. I think I've talked about fat enough. Okay, so number 2, eat more. Now, I know this sounds kind of contraindicating to eating clean, but what happens is when you start going, okay, I'm going to eat healthy and I'm going to eat clean, people, what they do is they start eating less. They really do. And I want you to eat more, but what I want you to eat more of is vegetables, fruits, not a ton of fruit, but more, adding more vegetables to your thing, maybe a little bit more protein, making sure you feel satisfied. That's kind of rolls into actually one of my other ones is look at how much you're eating. And if you feel like you need to eat more, eat a little more. You should be feeling quite satisfied at the end of each time you sit down to eat, okay? But sometimes because our mindset is around we want to get healthy, we think we need to eat less, which some people do need to eat less. They need to have that trigger to know, okay, I'm full, I'm satisfied, I'll move along. Overeating is an issue for some people, but sometimes my tip to you is sometimes you need to eat more. And that might just be more vegetables. And that's what I recommend to people is just to add more vegetables to the side, have a good healthy portion of I don't know if you guys have seen this for proteins. You want to make sure you are having if you're eating a meat or a chicken breast or whatever you're eating, is to have the size of your hand is the size of your palm of your hand is your serving size. Okay. So you have a nice healthy serving size of that. Make sure you have plenty of vegetables and a good carbohydrate. And that's your meal, okay? It's as simple as that, but make sure you're eating enough and having, if you're getting hungry at 3 o'clock, it's fine. Have a snack. Have an apple with some cashews. It's fine. It's okay. Because I think sometimes we get in that, especially women, especially women tend to say, I got to eat less. And you do if you have an issue with that, but for the most part, sometimes when you're kind of eating clean, because you just need to start eating a little bit more, just a little bit more, just something to look at. Number 3, and it's huge, and this is actually going to help with your fatigue as well if you're quite tired when you're doing the clean eating. Water. Especially if maybe you've decided I'm giving up pop and which would be wonderful if you're giving up soda pop. You need an extraordinarily lot of water, okay? You feel tired, chug a glass of just water. You don't need to have it be ice cold. In fact, I actually recommend people drink lukewarm or just out of Out of the thing, water, because it takes less for your body to get it to its temperature. So it's actually better for you to drink it not warm per se, but room temperature. Doesn't have to be ice cold. Anyway, you really need to really focus on drinking a lot of water. Number one is, especially if you're detoxing yourself in any way, shape, or form, you need to flush that out. And the sooner your body can flush it out, the sooner you're going to have less headaches, less fatigue, maybe even muscle aches. Some people have muscle aches as well when they're detoxing from sugars and bad foods. Water, water, water. You can even put some lemon or even an essential oil of lemon in your water. That will actually help the process and help your liver as well to be able to process that. So I can't even explain to you how much water will make a huge, huge difference. Okay? And when I actually did a water challenge gala, it was probably it was right before Christmas of last year. And it really was great to hear the feedback as to how much better people felt. Which is awesome. So love that. And if one tip for you, if you're not a big water drinker, I would suggest, let's say you maybe drink 3 glasses a day, if that. Just make a goal for 2 more glasses. Don't go, oh, I'm drinking only 3 and I'm going to drink 10. I'm going to drink, 100 ounces when you're only drinking like 24. So make it practical for you to what your next step will be. I suggest, maybe 2 extra glasses at a time to get you to where you want to be. Okay? Because otherwise you're just going to be like, I can't drink all that. It's too monumental. It's too big of a step. Just take baby steps. All right? Number 4, and this is a really hard one for people. And I think it's one step we miss with weight loss in general and digestion in general. It is slowing down and sitting down and eating our meal. Not shoving it in our mouth when we're driving down the road to another appointment or to do whatever. And girls and men, I'm telling you, hey guys, hey, I see some more people coming up. Hey Amanda, I am as guilty of this, and part of this stuff, you guys, when I talk about this, it forces me to remember what works. So it forces me to actually be accountable to you and remind me of what I need to do. And that is to sit down and take time to eat my meals. I mean breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When we're shoving breakfast down in our mouth in 5 minutes, it's just our digestive system just goes into havoc. It's actually quite profoundly researched at how the importance of sitting down and decompressing a little bit and allowing your body to know when it's full, number one, because if you're eating really fast, you're not going to know when you're truly full. You're going to overeat, period. You're going to. So taking that time to be able to eat and then chewing your food thoroughly, and having some water with it, having your coffee with it, whatever you drink, in the morning or lunch or whatever. Taking the time. And if you can, it's even best to be able to have a meal with somebody. That actually even helps even more, to be honest. We were kind of designed to be able to eat it together. As far back as whatever. I mean, I remember my grandfathers, when they would take lunches, they would sit together. Like, you all sat together with your bag lunch and they ate together. Or they would go home and everybody would eat together at lunch over the lunch hour. I mean, you can't even imagine doing that now, where they would have a full lunch hour. Grandma would have the dinner out on the table, and it was lunch dinner. It was dinner hour with lunchtime. So I crave and I miss that. I know it's not necessarily realistic, but we can to at least take the time to sit down and eat and maybe even converse at the same time. That would be even better. And I know I'm guilty of that because I'm home alone a lot of the times. But anyway, so, and also on that end, making sure you feel satisfied before you step away from your meal. Making sure you're not overly full, but make sure you feel full and that you're like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need to eat anymore. I'm going to be fine. And knowing that you can always have a snack later. That is a thing, because some people stop before they're truly satisfiedly full, and then they're going to be hungry in an hour. Okay? And when when you're eating meals, this is, obviously you guys know this, you want to really make sure you have a balanced meal, protein and a good fat, and then an actual healthy carbohydrate, which I'm going to talk about next. Because number 5, a lot of people, we are in the low carb, no carb movement, okay? No rice, no this, that, and I get there's people that have dietary issues and they have, autoimmune diseases and all these things where they really need to avoid certain grains. But for the most part, most people can tolerate good quality grains, all right? And when I say or good quality carbohydrate, it doesn't have to be necessarily a grain. In that sense. But when I say a good quality, I mean quinoa, I mean whole grain brown rice. If you can find a good pasta noodle, that is one that you like, a small amount of that. I would do small with that. But good sweet potatoes are wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The spaghetti squashes. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you guys, I actually just made, they had these little mini spaghetti squashes. They were like bright orange in color. And I thought, oh, that looks kind of fun. It's like personal pan size spaghetti squash. So I brought it home and I cooked it up and I had some leftover taco meat. I thought, well, I'll just cook that and I'll put the taco meat in, and I have this homemade, Southwest sauce that I put over the top, and I put some avocado and some black bean. And I'm like, I got my vegetable because I got my squash, vegetable. And then I have all my healthy fats and my protein. It was so delicious. I couldn't even believe it. And the beautiful part of spaghetti squash specifically is it takes on the flavor of whatever you put with it. It doesn't taste like squash. It's so great. But it was so delicious and very, very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. So that's an example of what I mean by that is a healthy carbohydrate-y, but it's a vegetable, but yet it's still a carbohydrate in your body, okay? People think of carbs badly, and there's a difference, and you guys know this because I've talked about this before. Simple carbs and complex carbs. Complex carbs are your vegetables, are your whole grains, your whole wheats, your quinoa. Those are complex because it takes more for your body to break it down, which means you're satisfied longer. Simple carbs are the crap. The white bread, the high sugar, the processed food, the white pastas, all of that is a simple carbohydrate, and it actually spikes your blood sugar quicker, makes you hungry quicker, all that kind of stuff. Okay, the white potatoes do tend to be a simple carb, so I would say maybe stay away from those for a while. I'm not an anti-potato person because there's actually quite a bit of nutrition within a potato, but if you're in the midst of kind of a detox time, maybe just limit those to a small amount. Or mix it with a sweet potato or something like that if you're not a big sweet potato fan. But you do need to have your carbs because that's actually a fuel for your body. Because I will bet you guys can comment, I'm assuming that you guys are working out at the same time. So you need fuel. You need fuel, okay? So those are my 5 things. I would love it. You guys comment away if this is resonating with you, if this is like, yep, this happened to me when I tried this. I would love to hear. I want to hear from you guys to know if this is an area that you experience, because when we acknowledge it, then other people are like, okay, I'm not crazy. This is okay. And know, you guys, this will pass. Within about a week or so, you will start to feel better. Your energy levels will come and they will swing around. But it does take a little bit of time to get that way. Oh, Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. I've been doing good for 2 weeks now, except I made pie last night using stevia blend. I realized it has sugar in it. Well, and that's the thing. I think once you get past a certain point, you decide what it is. Some people do a 30-day detox, but as long as you feel reset, add some stuff back in, that's fine. I'm an 80-20 girl. I think once we're reset, it's fine. 80-20 is fine. But what's very interesting, and you guys can, I know some of the people on here. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Janelle. Once you really cleanse and kind of cleanse that palate out, when you do go to drink something sweet, let's say, for example, you stop drinking pop, or you stop drinking or eating ice cream every night. Maybe you ate ice cream every night and then you just stopped. And you said, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have a nice bowl of fruit, maybe, little plain yogurt, no added sugar yogurt. That's one that has a lot of sugar in it. It's regular yogurt. You want plain yogurt with some fruit. That's a great option for a dessert if you feel like you need one. Anyway, so let's say you go 30 days and then you say, oh, I'm going to go ahead and have some ice cream. What's so funny is you're going to be like, wow, this is really sweet. It's just going to taste different. It's not that it won't taste good. I mean, hello, when I go have a hamburger somewhere, it still tastes good. But your body reacts to it and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I can't do this all the time. either your stomach will hurt or something will happen in your body. Everybody's a little bit different how they react to certain foods, and especially sugar. You'll get the little, the little tingling going on in your head. I get that when I have anything that's really dense sugar. It's just, I get this little thing going on in my head, and it tells me, oh yeah, that's the sugar. So here they are, top 5 ways to have clean eating success that gets you through to help you get to the other side. Eat and be satisfied and feel like you're not hungry all the time, you're not tired all the time. Eat fats, and I talked about that. We talked about, nuts and seeds and avocados, boiled eggs, butter, avocado oil. You guys know the drill. And mix that in with stuff, and even for breakfast, make sure you have a healthy fat in your breakfast too. Number 2, eat a little bit more. If you're feeling hungry, first off, look and evaluate how much you're really eating. If you're really skimping down a lot on your food portions, go ahead and just increase them a little bit. All right. Number 3, drink more water, drink more water, drink more water. I think that should be the motto for life, is to drink more water. Period. Number 4, slow down. Take the time to sit and eat. All right, and that is probably going to be the hardest thing for most people, is to do that, really. It is. And I'm telling you, even doing that as a challenge, the slow down challenge, would amazingly help your digestive system by leaps and leaps and leaps and bounds. If you suffer from heartburn, take that challenge to slow down and eat. Slow down and eat. I would say for breakfast, if you could slow it down to 20 minutes, lunch 30 minutes, where you're eating over 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, dinner, same thing. Take the time, chew your food, have conversation, have a drink, all that kind of stuff. I think I've beaten that one to death a little. And then number 5 is make sure you're including good carbs, complex carbs within your clean eating. And again, I mentioned sweet potatoes, quinoa, whole grain rice. Now, when I say a sweet potato, I don't mean one that's the size of your head. I mean a nice sized sweet potato, even half of one, or a cup of quinoa, half cup of quinoa cooked. Same with rice. You don't have to go crazy, guys. That you have plenty of good protein and fats and vegetables, okay? And fruits as well. All right, so that's kind of my spiel. I hope this was well worth it. As always, you guys, if you feel like you know somebody who is doing a clean eating right now and they're struggling, please feel free to share this. I love that. That's how I share my messages, through you guys, and I love being able to share with you some of my expertise and knowledge and experience. But I always learn from you guys. So please, even if you're watching the replay, feel free to comment on